Hello everyone, my name is Rio. Today I will discuss palm oil production supply and demand in Indonesia. Today I'm gonna focus on market dynamic, industry trends, and policy recommendations. As we know, palm oil holds a vital part for Indonesia economy, contributing a lot of sectors such as GDP, employment, and exports. However, the massive expansion was led to concern about deforestation, labor condition, and sustainability. The key challenge is how we balance economic growth with environmental responsibility. Let's start with economic elasticity, which indicates to how change in demand, price, and policies impact palm oil production. Palm oil demand in global is solid and inelastic, meaning the consumption is stable even the price is rise. And the reason is palm oil is widely used in food, cosmetic, and biofuel industry with few cost-effective alternative. And in Indonesia, the domestic demand for crude palm oil is significantly increased due the government B30 and B35 mandates. Beside of the demand elasticity, Indonesia faces land availability issues, which is led to deforestation moratorium restricts expansion into protected forests and peatlands. Labor shortage also slowed the production rate. Now, let's look at economic data shaping the industry. By 2020, Indonesia palm oil farm covered 17.2 million hectares and 33.4 million hectares are in protected forest area, which is cause deforestation concern. And in 2022, Indonesia has produced 46.9 million tons of CPO, and the 56% of the production was exported mainly to China, India, and Europe. Indonesia biodiesel consumption in 2023 is increased pressure on CPO supply, which estimated at 13.1 million kiloliters. The Indonesia Sustainable Palm Oil Standard is mandatory, but enforcement remains weak. This fact shows that while palm oil production is high, it still faces significant environmental and regulatory challenge. Looking at the ideal economic condition, experts recommend shifting from expansion to higher productivity per hectare. By improving yields efficiency, which current yields are 3 to 4 tons CPO per hectare, but if we use better technique, they could reach 6 to 8 tons per hectare. And using better technology to optimize land use and waste, and replanting old trees with higher yields varieties. The government should prevent illegal expansion to protected area and provide incentive for sustainable farming by boosting productivity of smallholder, because 40% of the Indonesia plantation is managed by smallholder. Providing subsidies, training, and financial support is a must to increase the productivity. The conclusion: Indonesia must transition their plantation by focusing on better regulatories and support, so the country can balance the economic growth with environmental responsibility. Thank you.